Hi, I'm Brian Lee, and welcome to Open Seating. My first guest today is Melissa Spears. She's the head chef at 608. Thanks so much for joining us today. Tell us about 608.
608 is a locally owned restaurant and bar on State Street. We like to be everything that's 608. So we have a bar top that shows everything about Madison that is present and future and past. So we also have pictures that date back to the 1940s, and we just like to be everything that's 608. So we have local food, and the liquor is local and stuff like that too.
So especially if you're from out of town and you want to go to a place that screams Madison, that's where you go.
Of course.
Tell me about your team there.
Our team, well, we have myself, who's the chef. I came up with all the menu. We also have owners. We have 3 owners. We have Jason Enriquez. He also partnered with his brother and another partner. We also have Joe, who helps us run the bar and stuff like that.
So a pretty veteran team there.
Yeah, of course. We all have our own fortes, and we all work together very well. We have a young team, which keeps us up to date with what we do in our business, and you know, we always strive to do better. So.
Well, it's a cool space. I've been there, and I'm wondering, do you guys rent it out for private parties?
It is possible to rent it out. We can hold up to 85 people. We also are right by the Overture and the Orpheum. So, you know, if you're right there and you want to just come in with a group of friends, I mean, it's a great place to go right before you go to a show. We have great food, and it's not just a bar. It really is. It's a nice restaurant that people are definitely shocked whenever they come in that door. And it's not a bar and a restaurant. It's a restaurant with a bar. And I think it's perfect for a private party.
And you guys are also hosting some events too. I heard you guys are doing a movie night, is that correct?
I mean, yes, we like to do things that are different. So we're always looking for a new way to get our target market in that door. So right now we just had our first movie night. We have a 70-inch TV. It's great for watching sports, but it's great for watching a movie too. So we offer free popcorn for that. We're going to do that monthly. Hopefully the second Tuesdays of the month we'll like to do that. And there's also more things upcoming. We would like to do beer dinners in the future and beer pairings and stuff like that. Why not use our local breweries and local distilleries for pairing food with it?
So lots of events, that's great. I'm wondering now in the movies, are you going to show any Madison movies? Like The Last Kiss that was filmed here?
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. And I mean, the first movie that we showed was a Christmas related one. But you know, we would really like to, in the future, bring it in with what 608 is all about.
Well, great. I can't wait to eat, and we'll be right back. It's time to eat. I'm a lucky guy here. Melissa, what do we have here first?
To start, we have our signature dish. So it's a 608 burger. It's everything that makes 608 608. So it has local watercress. It has an oven roasted tomato, a beef patty that is local and really deliciously seasoned. We have local cheddar cheese. We have an egg and some bacon aioli that people love so much. We also have some hand-battered cheese curds. We use a local beer out of actually Capital Amber. And then it's hand-battered to the order. That's what makes our cheese curds a little bit different than everyone else's. We also have a homemade zesty ranch sauce for you to dip it in. Sitting next to that, the perfect meal, we have a spiked milkshake. We offer spiked and unspiked milkshakes at our restaurant. This one is our double chocolate with a spiked cherry and some homemade wafer cookies and whipped cream.
Well, first of all, the cheese curds are great. You can definitely tell they are not frozen. I love that they're hand battered. While I dig into this monstrosity of a burger, it's just so beautiful here. What makes your bar food different?
Our bar food is different because everything is from scratch. You know, I went to culinary school and I didn't want to go into a bar using things that were frozen. I wanted to make sure everything was made from scratch. So everything that I make from scratch. So we hand patty the burgers every day. Everything is fresh. Everything is cooked to the order. So we're very flexible about what people want. We always strive to do better. So, I mean, we really enjoy making our food better than the bar that's right next to us.
Well, it's really good. I am a big fan of egg on burger, first of all. And there's so many flavors in here. The watercress, that pepperiness is great. I love the bacon aioli. It's so wonderful. I'm wondering, how do you make that? Do you emulsify all the ingredients first, then add the bacon?
Yeah, what we do is we have the mayonnaise, and then we take that delicious bacon fat that everyone loves so much, and then we get some bacon and we cut it up and put it in there with some fresh herbs just to cut the fat a little bit. And I think people really like that. It's something different.
It is. And could I order that on the side for like fries or anything like that?
Of course you can. We also have a bunch of other aiolis. We actually have our sweet potato fries that come with a garlic aioli, but bacon aioli is just as good, right?
It is super good. Now I'm going to try this wonderful milkshake here. Oh, super creamy. Right amount of alcohol. It's perfect. And that wafer, I got to try that too. Now, what other flavors do you have?
We have a mudslide, we have a grasshopper, we also have a pink squirrel, which is a little bit different. I mean, the grasshopper is great because it's like bright green, and who doesn't like that? So,
what's your favorite?
I would probably say the grasshopper because I think I like the green, but the pink squirrel is also really different.
Yeah, I do love that mint of the grasshopper. Okay, well, what else do you have here today?
Well, today I'm going to assemble the salmon berry salad, and I would like to assemble this because I like to show people that just because we're a bar, we do have healthy food too. So this is a blueberry balsamic vinaigrette with some local mixed greens. I'm just going to toss that together.
Now, I'm wondering, are you locally sourced?
Whatever I can get local, I do get local. So these mixed greens, I actually just got local. They're very nice and fresh. So I'm just going to put this right in the middle.
I'm curious too, is your menu allergy friendly?
It is. It's very allergy friendly. As you can see, we have a gluten-free dish right here. We also have a dish that can be, vegetarian minus the, smoked salmon and stuff like that. Right here we have a little bit of goat cheese.
So on that topic, people looking for vegetarian or vegan options are going to find that?
Yeah, of course. We have a
That's unheard of for a lot of bars, isn't it?
It is. And on my new menu, I'm actually working on doing a quinoa white bean burger, which would be nice. Our menu changes on January 6th, so that'll be nice to see. This is some smoked salmon. We just place it around on the salad.
You have some more milkshake?
Don't get too tipsy on me. And these are some pecans, and we have a little bit of shoestring sweet potatoes, which add a really nice texture to the salad. And then these are some pears and apples that we also get local. And that is it.
That is so beautiful. I am just going to grab a piece of this.
It's probably the best way to do it, right?
Smoked salmon.
Which is so good.
Look at that. Wow. This is like eating New York.
Yeah. It's a
right
really
out
nice
of a deli,
pepper.
but it's salmon, not pastrami.
Right.
It's absolutely fantastic. And that blueberry vinaigrette, it's really bursting with that blueberry flavor. So you combine the sweet and salty in this then.
Yep, and a lot of people like that. I mean, people are always looking for something crunchy, sweet, salty, creamy, and I think this salad really offers that. And all of our other salads offer a bunch of different textures as well.
Yeah, you said you have multiple salads on the menu?
We do. We have about 6 salads on the menu. What people don't know about our salads is that they're larger. They are entrees, but one of our significantly different other salads are our grain salad. It has Israeli couscous and it has warm portobello mushrooms and grilled zucchini with cherry tomatoes and feta cheese and pine nuts. So it gets all those textures in there, but it's still a great vegetarian option as well. So
wonderful. Thank you so much, Melissa, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this. My next guest is Jacob Bedell. He is the owner of La Towada on the east side of Madison. Thanks so much for coming.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
I'm so curious, what's your background?
Well, I've been working in restaurants for the past 14 years. And I decided to definitely go on my own and open this beautiful restaurant.
Now, you've been in the restaurant industry for 14 years. Is that where you learned to cook, or did you learn to cook before that?
Well, actually, I learned cooking at home with my mother, and we definitely get meals together, and I learned that definitely I get more skills, working in the field. But I combine a little bit of the skills that I learned here with my mom's teaching. What
made you want to take that leap to actually open up your own place?
Well, I think it was a time, for Madison to have a different cuisine. It was needed. And I see it now that after we're open, people talk about it and they say, there's so many cuisines, but this will be the first Venezuelan restaurant in Madison.
And that's not a common cuisine type in these parts. What's been the reaction so far?
Well, it's kind of funny because you get people not knowing anything about the country or the food, and the reception has been great. They definitely love the food. I do get people not knowing if the food is going to be spicy or not. They have so many questions, and we try to teach them about it.
And I've heard that you are an excellent educator of that when people come in.
Well, I think, it's time to take the lead on that and show people because, we all speak Spanish, but we're definitely different than other cultures. We're different. I think it was the time to just present it to the people.
And you're having fun so far?
I love it. Every time I'm in my restaurant behind the counter, Are
you doing everything, or is your mom or any of your
Well,
family
I actually got
out?
a great help. Of course, the support of my wife, and I have 2 kids. My mom is here with me, helping me out. And I have, a family. I have a few employees so far, and I'm trying to manage a little bit of everything, but I'm mainly on the counter talking to my customers.
When you go home at the end of the day, do you have to cook again?
No, I don't. No, I just get home and the food is ready.
You can just relax, huh?
Yeah, I just relax.
That's great. And in our next segment, you're going to have a lot of different items, including some Christmas-based items, right?
Oh yes, we're gonna be actually talking about a few items, some staple for our countries like arepas. We're gonna be talking about our national dish that is a really popular one, and we're gonna be talking about our Christmas plate.
That's great. And do you find a lot of people from, South America coming in and saying, "Oh, this is great! I can finally get this"?
Yeah, definitely. I get people saying that they needed something new, and they're definitely yeah.
I can't wait to try it, and we'll do it right after this. We have a Latin American smorgasbord in front of us. Jacob, what's first on this lineup?
Well, today we're going to try our national dish. It's actually pabellon is the name of it. In the plate, you'll find black beans, cheese, you get shredded beef, you get a complimentary arepa, and a sweet plantain. It's actually great dish to start with.
Am I right in understanding you can also get this dish with an egg a caballo?
Yeah, you can definitely get it a caballo, and that will, we'll definitely cook an egg, put them on top, and you also can get a version of a vegetarian. We can definitely sub the shredded beef and get an eggplant substitution on it.
Well, that's super hearty, very delicious. I'm wondering, it's so much food. I mean, can people actually finish this dish?
Sometimes, and actually I get people, couples, splitting plates.
People don't leave your restaurant hungry.
Yeah, but you know what? If you buy it, you can definitely take it home and get dinner.
All right. What's next?
Well, we're going to be trying arepas today. Definitely a staple of our country. They are a corn dough dish. We cook it on a griddle, and the diversity of the arepa is you can put any filling inside. And today I brought 3 different ones. One is going to be vegetarian, but the one that I want you to try will be the pabellon arepa. Will be this one over here.
Right.
And
okay, I'm going to try some of this. This is guasacaca?
That's the guasacaca sauce. It's a house-made sauce.
Cilantro-based, huh?
It's cilantro-based. They got some secret ingredients. But it's a great addition. It gives you a little punch, to the food. And it's not spicy, but it's really tasty.
I agree. Now, these arepas, they're so light, moist, yet they're so strong that they can hold all that stuff in it. And you were saying you can eat this other ways, like you can put jam and stuff inside?
Yeah, you can do that. It's not typical, but the diversity of it is like you can do any filling. Means that especially my kids, they love ham and cheese arepas. Easy, they can get it that way, but you can definitely get creative and do any combination.
And that guasacaca sauce, that can go on other food items, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It usually comes with some of the items, but I encourage people to ask for it if you go there and you try it. But yeah, usually with tostones, the fried green plantains is great. You can definitely put it on, and
I can definitely taste it. Wonderful. And what's next?
Well, this one is actually a limited time offer plate. It's we only eat this meal on Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the reason why, because it's really labor intensive. It takes a lot of time to do it. But here you'll see pork, roast pork. You actually take a time.
Yeah, you have to roast this for many hours, right?
For many hours to get tender and soft like that. We also have the ensalada de gallina is the name of it. It's a chicken potato salad. You got the ham bread right over here. And over here we have the star of the plate. It's called ayaca.
Well, this pernil is, I can tell you really roasted a long time because it just dissolves right in my mouth, super tender. Right. And this is the ensalada, correct?
The ensalada, yes.
I can't believe I'm saying this about salad, but that is comfort food.
Oh,
you can eat that any time of day. It's delightful.
Thanks.
I can't wait to try this ayaca. So you were saying this is pretty labor intensive, right, to get it to this point?
To get it to that point, and but inside you will see a filling of stew of beef, pork, and chicken. You will find raisin, capers, and olives inside that, and it leaves a great combination between the raisin, the sweet, and the salty of the green olives is amazing.
That's very, very good. Very savory is the way to describe it, because you pop it open and all that stuff comes out, and it's just wonderful. And this is the pan de jamon?
Pan de jamon, yeah, that's ham bread.
Now I know several of these dishes have the olives and raisins in them. Is that common?
Yeah, it is. It is actually common in our cuisine, and the reason why we have a lot of like Spanish influences. You know, we definitely use raisins, capers, olives in our cuisine. You know, our cuisine is pretty diversity. We're on South America. We're on top of South America, means that we get some Caribbean influences, you know, on food, and some of the South American influences too.
That's a great combination of flavors right there. So I'm wondering, you guys eat this at Christmas time. It's so much food. You guys just go take a nap right afterwards?
Yeah, it's pretty much like Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
you know, here. But you know, we celebrate it big. It's all family related, and yeah.
Do you guys typically assign different people in the family to like, hey, you take care of the ayacas, you take care of the pernil?
Well, actually, the best way to do it is we actually get a long table, and we actually has a assembly line.
Oh,
Means
okay.
that one person put the dough on the banana leaf, pass it over to the next one put the filling, the next one put the raisins, and you know, just start moving around until the last one do just the wrapping and
Cool.
tying it up.
Well, thank you so much, Decal, for being on the show today.
All right,
I really
well,
appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
We'll be right back. I'm joined now by Eric Irwin. He's the owner of Firehouse Subs with 2 locations here in Madison, and also Brian Molinar. He's with the McFarland Fire and EMS Department. Gentlemen, how are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for having us out again, Brian.
Thanks so
Good,
much
thanks.
for being here. Brian, I'm curious, what's your background?
Been with McFarland Fire and EMS for 15 years now as a firefighter and EMT. We have about 70 individuals that volunteer during the off hours and full-time staff during the day, 4 individuals.
I'm curious how that works out. How do you, like, what kind of hours do you put in?
Right now, if you're on the EMS, you're doing about 30 hours a month, and if fire, it's just when the bell rings. We all carry a pager, and when it goes, everybody tries to come down when they can.
Very nice. And Eric, now last time you were on the show, you were talking about those Public Safety Foundation events in Madison, Green Bay. How'd those go?
Fantastic. We had an event last Monday, or this Monday that just passed on December 9th, and we had Brian and his team of firefighters out there from the McFarland Fire Department. And Robin Peters, the founder, came up from Jacksonville, Florida, where we were founded. And we had a donation event of some life-saving equipment for the McFarland Fire Department. The next day, we went up to Ashwaubenon and gave out $15,000 of thermal imaging cameras to their EMS department. We had Don Davey as well as James Jolly there signing autographs after the event. So right there at 2665 Oneida Street at the Firehouse Subs in Green Bay. So both events were very successful.
And just in case people forgot at home, what is the Public Safety Foundation events?
The
Foundation?
The foundation, we raise funds for the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation through 3 ways. First, the canister that we have on the counters. We have the Roundup program, where most of the funds come from, where if your order was $7.25, we'd ask you to round up 75 cents to donate to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. And we also sell our pickle buckets for $2 each. It keeps them out of the landfill, and people put them to all kinds of amazing uses. Through that, we have raised $7.7 million since the foundation was started after the advent of Hurricane Katrina. And this year, we're going to give out probably over $2.7 million for life-saving equipment to fire departments all across the state.
And how does that money help you guys out?
Well, it helped us out by purchasing this gas monitoring equipment we have in front of you. We have this is our EMS bag detector for medical calls, and then we also have the other monitor over there that's for our fire engine and ladder truck. We actually just put it to good use on Monday evening or Monday morning, early Monday morning. We had to get a few folks out of their house for carbon monoxide alarm going off, and they had significant presence of the gas in their home, and it saved their lives.
Fantastic.
Well, Brian, I know you're very busy, so I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come visit us today.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Eric, you'll stick around for our next segment.
Absolutely.
Ooh, very nice looking there. Now, actually, before we eat, I would love to give the viewers out there some background on you.
Sure.
Like, where are you from, first of all, Eric?
Well, I am from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I've been around the food industry since I was about 12 years old. My dad's best friend became a franchisee with another concept, and at that time it became my dream of owning my own restaurant.
At that young of an age?
Yeah, at 12 years old, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Wow. Great.
And then my partner and I, Don Davey, played for the Badgers and the Green Bay Packers. He owns 13 Firehouse Subs in Orlando, Florida. He always wanted to bring it back to his home state. He grew up in upstate in Manitowoc, excuse me,
Yeah.
and had a dream of bringing it back. We formed a partnership, and here we are selling Firehouse Subs all over the state, and it's helped me complete one of my dreams.
That's an incredible story.
Thank you.
I'm glad we got to finally share that. Now, last time you were here, you mentioned that there's a new menu coming out, the Hearty and Flavorful.
There
right?
is. We have the new Hearty Flavorful menu. You'll be able to get that in Madison on February 6th. We're introducing 5 new sandwiches with 500 calories or less. My favorite is the roast beef and sriracha. It's
Ooh.
absolutely delicious.
Well, sriracha on anything is going to be delicious, right?
You know it. And
But I'm confused here because your menu is so robust anyway. Why add even more
well,
items?
we wanted to add some more healthier options to our
Oh, okay.
menu.
That makes
and
sense.
With that, we are also bringing on 4 new hand-tossed salads that we're going to toss right there on the line.
Oh.
I look forward to previewing these items right here on the Open Seating Show. And but the salads are just to die for, and again, less than 500 calories.
Great. Okay, and what do we have here today to try?
Well, I am going to make for you our #1 seller across the land in our 708 Firehouse Subs restaurants. It is #1 seller and is also #1 on our menu out of our 12 signature subs. It is the hook and ladder.
Okay.
And I'm going to make that for you right now. We do, first is the steaming process. We steam the meats and cheeses. It brings out the flavor of the meat and melts the cheese. It makes the sandwiches absolutely succulent. And in restaurant conditions, I would normally have gloves on. So this, excuse me for that.
No problem at all.
And it is just the best sandwich you could possibly eat. We locally source all our produce. All the cheese comes from Wisconsin. Combos are chips and a drink. And you could also substitute a brownie and cookie if you like. And I'm going to cut this up for you, Brian, so you can have a sample of our #1 sandwich.
And let's remind viewers out there, you do have quite the selection of hot sauces too, right?
We do. We have over 50 hot sauces, which I've brought a sampling here with our signature sauce, Captain Sorensen sauce. We also have the Coca-Cola Freestyle Fountain with over 120 different brands. Then it's a great kids environment. We give fire hats. We light off sirens. We give out free subs on your birthday. We have a really good time. It's very family friendly.
I'm curious now, how hot do you like it?
I'm about a 7. The 10s,
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, 1 to 10. They are all numbered. The 10s you get pretty dangerous, so you got to be very careful with those.
But you said you have the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. You get just
Cool it
quench
off.
there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I also noticed on the site that you can order online.
You can. We have the online option. You go to firehousesubs.com, and it'll take you right to the link, and you can order online. And we will just tell us when you want us to make it, and we'll have it ready for
Ready when
you
you
as soon
pick
as you
up?
want.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's really
absolutely.
convenient. All right, I can't wait to try this.
All right.
Look at this beautiful thing right here.
We pile it high at Firehouse Subs.
Fantastic. Everything from the bread, the fresh vegetables, and that steaming really does make a difference in my
Does.
opinion. I really like it a lot. Now, I think I've asked you this before, but just refresh my memory. After this sub, what's your next favorite?
This New York steamer. It's pastrami, corned beef, meats that you don't generally find in most national chains.
Right, that's true.
We marinate it in Italian dressing. We steam it with melted provolone, and then we put a little mayonnaise and mustard on it. It's also Bobby, my wife. She's the general manager at our location on Mineral Point, just east of the Beltline. And then please go see Derek Nichols, just north of the Beltline on Fish Hatchery.
And also, you guys cater.
Well, yeah, we have the catering. It's we try to keep it simple, cost-effective at $5. It's very convenient. One phone call. We're going to take care of everything beginning to end on that one phone call. And then it's going to be served by caring people delivered right to your door.
Thanks, Eric, and thank you guys so much for watching Open Seating. I hope you guys catch us next time.